Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where the AI has decided to rain on our parade a little bit and is making it difficult for us to restore the Roman Empire in time. That's fine, we don't actually care if it happens, it'd just be kind of cool. For right now, what I want to do is I want to head down over this direction. I don't actually want to take this battle, to be clear. I don't think that that would be a good thing to do, and we are, indeed, slightly in debt right now. We can actually transfer this over and we should do so. We'll do that right now. Anything else that we can do? Well, we can ransom some prisoners here. So this guy is just a prisoner. That seems fine. This guy is just a prisoner. I like it. And then, so is this guy. We're just looking for people who are not vassals, right? So we're just looking to reduce our debt somewhat at this point, because we do get a malice to our battles. This is a vassal in our realm, but he's not actually our vassal. So that seems good. We get a malice to our battles when we're in debt, so we're just trying to reduce this somewhat. Now, this is one of our vassals. Okay. We're probably not going to ransom her for right now, but the rest of these are pretty much just free money. So that sounds good. And this one is very free money. Hang on, this is... Ah. Right. So he is the king of Sicily. And the core issue here is that we're currently sieging in Sicily. So we need to think about, is this actually giving us anything? War score from prisoners is 0. So the answer is no. So we'll do it. That sounds good. Okay, so we're going to finish up this siege here. I'm just grouping these guys together for the moment. Okay, so that'll help us come out of debt somewhat. Looks good. And we'll come out of debt pretty quickly once we get this dealt with. We just need to get this fully dealt with, right? So let's move these guys down over here for now. I'm going to drop a rally point down this direction. That did not go. I'm going to drop a rally point down this direction. Oh, that's outside of our realm. That is in Bazin. Okay, never mind. We'll drop it right here. So we're going to raise any reinforcements that we can, and we're going to come up over this way. Now, I see that we have a faction here. This is unsurprising. It's 24 months away. Okay. So, for the time being, I'm not too concerned about that. What I am concerned about is that we need to get out of one of these wars. Ideally, both. Getting out of both very quickly would be the preference. So we have a few additional forces being raised here, and that's going to be 50 days. Okay, that sounds fine. This guy would pay us 75 gold. He should not be administrative. This shouldn't be a problem. Or we could get 610 gold. His candidate score would go up, but that doesn't matter. We're on primogeniture. 610 gold. Done. Like, we're on primogeniture. This is not a problem. So that seems okay. So as we can see here, we've risen up a few knights and about 2,300 additional troops. So that's good. This siege out over here is complete. So we find ourselves at 68% war score here. This guy is embarking. He might try to come down over here. And to that end, I'm going to split off our bombards here. We only have the 2 units of bombards. And we're going to split off some of these guys. So sure, around 10-ish K. We're going to move them out over this way. And we just have to be a little careful here, because we do not want to have this force sweep over and attack these. So I'm going to move these guys up here. We're going to look like we're moving together for now. Okay, down over this side, I'm waiting for these to continue to gather a little bit, and this army doesn't have anyone leading it. This guy's not very good as a leader. Actually, we should have this guy be in here. Okay, so we have about 3,000 troops raised up here. That's looking reasonable. If we come up over this direction, we can see he's still embarking, and he's locked into this embarkation. I just want to know where he's going. He's coming out this way. Interesting. He's leaving. So that seems fine. We're just going to hop over here then and start up a slow siege. Cool. And we're going to move in our fast seizures here. We're at 83% war score there right now. And we're done gathering here. That looks good. Let's move these guys down here and we'll slow siege some of these back. Now, at this point... yeah, that war is a little awkward for us. Okay, I'm going to group these together, and we should siege this very, very quickly. The idea here is we're just going to try to siege this and get a very fast end to this war. So we're at 93%. They finished up a siege. That's understood. And yes, we are indeed in debt. That's absolutely understood. So that is in Jaffa. Okay, so we should do something about that. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase control in Jaffa. Do we also have... yeah, we also have some stuff going on in Acre. That's understood. We'll get there. So currently we see that they have some forces up over here. That's probably where these guys were sailing to. That's fine. We don't care. They can do that if they like. So we dealt with Jaffa, and now we need to work in Acre. So to that end, we're actually still working on the control in Jaffa here. Oh, right. This is Jaffa. For some reason I was thinking Gaza was Jaffa. No, that's not how this works. So I just want to check through the rest of these for now real quick. Lack of sheriffs up over here in Damascus. Okay, let's hop up over there really, really fast. So that should be fine. No more lack of sheriffs in Damascus. And then we're going to... yeah, this drops the county control when that happens, so we're going to keep boosting the county control there. Now, this siege might end the war. And it didn't. Okay, it's this one that's going to end the war. And I'm not terribly shocked about that. So I want to check in over here. This is going to be 5 months on that siege. Sure. This should end the dangerous war here. In fact, ticking war score got it for us. So we'll enforce those demands. These guys, they're now going to come sail down this direction. So who's the war leader? This guy. His base of operations is here. Understood. We're going directly there. We'll be there in 8 months. So that seems fine. We've gained legitimacy, which is fantastic. We are ordained ruler now, and that's looking absolutely great. So we've got reinforcements on the way down here, and we are going to finish up this siege eventually. Yeah, 25 more days on this. So reinforcements are going to be showing up down here soon enough, and we're going to have embarkation costs. That's going to be painful for us, for sure. But I think it's worth paying. So we're going to come down here, and I don't want to embark all of these. The embark fee will cost more than your current gold. I'm aware of that, but this is actually 0. Okay, yeah, I don't want to pay all this much. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop these guys from moving, and we're going to say we do not want to pay for any of these levies anymore. The levies are all now completely and totally irrelevant to us. They can go home. We do not need them further. We want to be making more money. We don't want to pay embarkation fees. We do still want the knights, and we do still want all of these guys. So we're going to do that. They're going to stand down and return home. The rest of these forces, which are minimal, are going to come down over here. This war might be about to end. I see that this is occupied. What do we got here? 66% chance of gaining 900 gold. Done. We got it. Beautiful. We need to get out of debt as soon as we can. The County of Byzantion just got itself a corruption here. So that's definitely something that we're going to need to deal with. That's understood. Okay, we just finished increasing county control in Damascus. We should move our marshal over here to Jaffa at this point. So we'll get that done soon enough. That should be reasonably quick. And this embarkation now is only going to cost 78 gold. That's far cheaper. So that looks good. You are using your hook, right? Yeah, he's using his hook. So this is one of those checks that we wrote last episode, and now we have to cash it. He's forcing fortification rights, which is honestly fine. I don't mind that. As far as things he can use his hook on, that sounds good. So we're going to be arriving down here with our proper reinforcements soon enough. We could raise up additional forces over here. I don't believe it's necessary. This guy's just going to run around over here a little bit. We're just going to sail on down, and we should be arriving in his capital fairly soon here. Yeah, about 50 days. And these guys are still sieging up here. That's fine. They can keep doing that. So we find ourselves at +2 at this point. Primarily due to battles won. Ah, our vassal. No, this isn't our vassal. This is that mercenary that we hired. Finally going up there and doing something. Cool. I like it. So we're going to take this over. This should end the war. And this should be absolutely fine. So this war is now done. We will enforce those demands and disband our troops. We are now at peace. We can restore Israel. So we would get the Kingdom of Israel. Don't we have the Kingdom of Israel? We have the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Okay. So we could definitely do that. I don't think that's a bad thing to do. Let's restore Israel. This is not going to give us any problems. We get a heroic legend seed, which we can start spreading. The Exodus will finally end. Long live Israel. Indeed. Wait a second. Okay, no. That didn't give away the Second Hebrew Empire. Good. I was going to be like, wait a moment. No, we're fine. We are fine. So that's not a problem. At this point, what we want to do is we want to start working on that legend seed. So let's see here. Where is that? A new emperor or protector of the rabbinic holy site. Maybe we haven't actually gotten the legend seed yet. That's possible. Okay. Let's give it a moment. So this ransom, he is a powerful vassal. We're going to decline that. Let's check in here and see if it popped in. No? Okay, well, I don't really care too much about the legend seed. So what we need to do at this point is we have to move fast. Because we need to get things from Italy and the HRE. So are we currently in truce here? No. So if we holy ward for the Kingdom of Italy, this would get us Genoa. Catholic rulers may join, and there are a fair number of Catholics up that way. So that's understood. If we went for the HRE here, we need Venice. So we could holy war for the Viceroyalty of Venice, like this. Or we could just try to see what we've got going on here. So this guy is the Viceroy of Venice. Well, that seems convenient. We'll bring this guy straight on in. Excellent. So now... Oh, now we can start a legend. None of these, though. Okay, that's fine. We're out of debt. We've got a good amount of prestige. What I want to do at this moment is I want to come in here and declare this war ideally, but we're going to need to... Oh, that's going to be a little awkward. Doesn't matter. All we want is Venice. So that's okay. And I don't want to press this yet because I want to demand this guy's conversion first. So he agreed to a conversion. And now if we do this, we can see this is costing half as much, 2205. So that seems good. Their military strength is inferior to ours, and we're going to need to launch this attack now. We've only got like 5 years. So we need to launch this now, and then we're going to need to go after Italy as well. So we're going to need to do something similar there. There's probably some claimants that we can bring in eventually. Minus 55. Whose prisoner is this? Not ours. Okay, well, we'll focus on this a little bit later on. We can holy war if we have to. That's okay. For now, we need to fight the HRE. So our mission at this moment is to raise all of our forces right here. And they're going to come in and attack. So we need to go until we have how many? He's got 80,000, so that's going to be the majority of our forces. I want our men-at-arms to show up anyway. Sure, 160 gold. We'll take it. Where's those men-at-arms at? Any moment now, men-at-arms. There we go. So the men-at-arms are now here, and I want to stop moving. We're going to need to split off our men-at-arms for the moment. And yes, I know that some of these are going to be going away soon. And I want to move about 40k here. Like this. These guys are going to head up over here, and we're going to have this guy lead them. We're still raising in the back line, and we'll have more reinforcements nearby if we need them. But I want to get these sieges going as soon as possible. So this should be plenty of troops for now. I'm going to stop raising, and we're going to move in here. Because we're going to want to give battle to the HRE eventually. But the question is, where are they? Well, for right now, I'm going to have bombards come on out, and we're going to have around 15,000 here. This is fine. We'll get a siege leader here, and if that's the case, then we probably do need some additional forces over here. So let's continue to raise for now. Okay, that's okay. But I just wanted to check in on what happened to Italy over here. Noted. So that seems fine. I want these guys to come up and start a slow siege up over here. We have not seen any Holy Roman Empire forces yet. Okay, our mercenary contract ran out. That's fine for now. Okay, so we're going to head on over this direction. We're at 18% war score right now. Okay, so this guy's using his hook to lower his taxes on us. That's understood. That was always likely to happen. So, I want these guys out over here for now. We want this war done quickly, right? Very, very, very quickly. So for now, this is what we're interested in doing. We're going to head up to Treviso here. We're at 33% war score now. Do we want to be a generous liege? We are sadistic, so... we have more important men to impress. That'll be fine. So we're going to move these guys up over here and summon the physician. I do want to move this knight out. Okay. So we're going to head on up over this direction, and we're going to arrive here. I want to split out specifically just this knight. He's going to come over here, but this is going to group up over this way. Okay. So now we're going to group these guys together. Where is the HRE forces? They're in many wars. Okay, so that's understood. I'm going to group these two together, but I'm not grouping together the siege force. We're going to embark the siege force, and they're going to go to here. Meanwhile, our main force is going to walk over this direction. So they're going to go take Venezia proper, and our main force is going to remain on the mainland. They're just going to start up a slow siege out over here for now. That's fine. And, yep, there's more fortification rights. We granted out a lot of hooks. That's on us. Absolutely. Okay, so what do we got going on here? This guy would lose opinion of us? We can eat a little stress. That's fine. Gearboxes have been constructed in Constantinople. Sure, I'm not too concerned about that right now. Our sister was imprisoned. Very rude. Increased county control has been finished. So we should probably hop back over this direction and work in... Actually, I'm thinking we should work in Constantinople right now. Oh, it doesn't have a corruption at this moment? Okay. So in that case, we don't really need to work on anything. That's looking pretty decent. So back up over here. We're about to finish our siege of Venice. There we go. And we're just going to come in over here. Excellent. So we're going to land over here shortly. Or eventually. And then we're going to siege this direction. So we're at 58. We're going to get ticking war score very soon. And this out over here is all part of the HRE as well. So we've got plenty of siege opportunities here. So up we go to here. And these guys, they're just chilling here for now, but they've got 4 months on that, so that looks pretty okay. This is now us having the entirety of our claimed territory under occupation, except for this up over here, which we're probably not going to go to. We're at 73% war score right now. Oh, a university student donated some gold to us. That's nice of them. Okay, so now we're going to position ourselves right up over here. We're at 77% war score. We got to get out of this war fast because, remember, the game will end very soon. Very, very soon indeed. And we want to restore the Roman Empire in that time. We don't need much more. It's only one more war after this one. So we're at 88%. This is going to finish shortly. 20 days on that. And I'm going to move these guys. As soon as they're done, I'm going to move them here. Still no HRE forces. They must have determined this to not be a relevant war. That's fine. They can do that. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband these troops. We should get an event. Maybe we didn't. Maybe because of this territory of Aragon? Hang on. Let's check. In here, so we need to go to restore the Roman Empire. And we do completely control Venice at this point, so now all we need is Genoa. So, over here in Italy, what do we got for claimants? Well, there's these people. This guy would not come to court. This lady would not come to court. This lady would come to court. Let's see if that's good enough. Okay, a successor, that's fine. So now if we were to declare this war, we'd be pressing her claim on Italy. That looks perfect. We are going to... Oh, she is rabbinic, so we don't need to convert her. We must have already had her here at one point. So we need to declare this war, and we need to do it now. So there we go, and we're going to raise up our forces right here. We're going to raise just the men-at-arms for the moment, but I'm also going to raise the levy troops. So we'll get those going, and we know that the men-at-arms will be here soon. So they have access to about 28,000 troops. This is not very spooky. So what I'm going to raise here is about 56,000 in total. Okay, that's good enough. That's more than good enough. Now what we're going to do is we're going to split off our bombards and approximately 30,000 of these. Like that. So these are going to go in and start sieging. We're going to give them a siege leader. While these are going to run straight at the capital. Yes, they're going to take attrition on the way through. That is understood. Okay. So that looks great. We see that they have forces up over here. We're just going to try to siege our way through. And we want to capture, or rather, we want to catch their forces here. Because we want to get out of this war as soon as we can. We don't have much time. They're in a good defensive position there, but it doesn't matter. So that looks good. We're going to head down over here. The game is saying we're probably going to lose this, but I don't think that we're actually going to lose this. We have 30,000 troops here, and they have 4,000. Yes, their troops are better quality, and they're actually running away. So they actually agree with me that they're not going to win that. So that looks good. We're going to easily defeat this force. That stack wipes. We're winning up over here, although it's closer than I would have liked, but they were in a good position here. They're in mountains. They have a level 25 fort there. Yeah, that's going to do things. Okay, so this is now fully under control. Let's position ourselves here, and let's get their capital. So we're at 55% war score now. Purchase truce? No, thank you. So they're retreating down over this way. Their capital is about to fall. And that's the war over. Beautiful. So at this point, we enforce those demands. Lombardia reconquered. The shining armies of the Romans march again into lands that our ancestors once held. Definitely our ancestors. Yep, for sure. And the glory for making it happen belongs solely to me. Our ancestors named this area Lombardia from the barbarians who first subtracted it from the empire, the Longobards. One of its main centers, Mediolanum, was the capital of the western part of the empire under the Tetrarchs, and Constantine the Great issued the edict granting religious freedom to the whole empire from this same city. While the Longobards moved their capital away, the area is still prosperous and will make for an excellent stronghold in northern Italy. A glorious day for all Romans. Indeed. So, at this point, we find ourselves in an Upper Burgundian war. Okay. I mean, this seems really easy to deal with. So that's not a problem. And we may have to wait to restore the Roman Empire until we're at peace. I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing or not. Our level of fame has to be legendary figure of 5 or higher. Okay. That's a lot of fame. We need 10,000 prestige in that amount of time. We can't hold a grand tournament. We could promise a grand wedding and hold that. And of course, a feast would be something that we could do. I don't know. We might not quite get that done, but at the very least, we hold the land. And if our previous ruler hadn't have died quite young, I think we would have been fine. For now, it's time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to wrap this up over here. Fighting these wars does generate us fame, so we need to keep that in mind. We might yet be able to do it. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.